Would you remarry your ex-spouse? Yeah, you heard me. Would you get back with your ex? That is a question that I've seen posed on social media several different times. And every time we have that debate, the answers never fail. And some of those answers are mind blowing. I can remember one that so vividly I saw. The person said, I would rather drink poison. I'm like, wow, you would rather drink poison. That makes me wonder what in the world happened in that relationship for you to consider drinking poison instead of going back to your ex. Well, listen, stick around and I'll give you a couple of reasons why you should go back to your ex, while it makes sense to remarry your ex-spouse. Welcome back to another episode of 2.0, guys. I'm so happy you've decided to tune in for another episode. Listen, if you were just strolling by and you came across one of our videos and you're just trying to figure out what we are all about, I would love to extend the invitation to you right now to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that every time we release an episode, you, my friend, will be notified so you can come and check it out. So tonight we are talking about, would you remarry your ex-spouse? Would you take your ex back? That is a phenomenal question that I've been pondering on, because I found a video that was very touching to me, was very near and dear, very touching. If you know me, you know that I'm a big proponent of marriage. I'm not a supporter of divorce. I understand that there are situations that call for divorce sometimes, and I understand it has to happen. And for those cases, okay, I get it. But if there's any way, if there's any possibilities we can salvage those relationships, that's what I would go for. And that's what I will always recommend. So I came across this video. It's about a couple who's been together. They actually started dating ever since the guy was in 7th grade. She talks about how the first time the guy asked her out in 7th grade, he actually wrote her like a handwritten note asking her to be his girlfriend. And from that point on, they've been together. I think they've been together for 21 years. I don't know how long they've been married, but I do know they have 2 kids. And unfortunately, one of them passed away. And they were divorced for about a year and a half. And now they have decided to rekindle their relationship. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Let me pull the video. We can talk about it. And I'll do my commentary as we watch it together.
You all kept telling my ex-husband to remarry me, but I'm pretty sure girlfriend comes before fiance. And considering that Rico likes to do things old school, I'm pretty sure that has to come first. So, yeah. Last night I was on.
So it's obvious they've been talking for a little while, and the guy has expressed some interest about rekindling things and putting the family back together. And obviously she's open to it. You can see the big smile, the beautiful smile in her face. So she loves the idea. She's welcoming the idea. And the guy is, starting to do the things that he needs to do to get her back in his life. So that's what he did. He sent her the card. So let's keep watching and see what happens.
FaceTime with Rico and Lanaya, and he told me to go check my mailbox, that there was something in there for me. So I did, and there's a card. And on the inside of that card is a note. And this note is, in fact, asking me to be his girlfriend. I'll just let you all read it.
Now that is beautiful. As I said, the guy, listen, he wrote her a beautiful handwritten note asking her to recommit to be his girlfriend again. You know what? The guy wants to restore his family. He wants to put the family back together. So that is awesome. I'm happy to see that. I just wish there would be more reconciliation. All right. I'm shooting for that. I'm hoping for that. If you're one of the couples who were separated and you got back together and now you guys are remarried, I would love to hear from you. This is awesome. Those stories are fantastic. Can you tell how happy I am right now? Because I love to hear things like that. So do me a favor. If you are one of these people, just comment reconciliation in the comments and I'll reach out to you. Let's keep watching.
Cheesy to a lot of you all, but if I recall, when Rico and I started dating in the 7th grade, this is how he asked me, by slipping a note in my locker. And here we are, 21 years later, and he's slipping notes in my mailbox. So for all of you who have prayed for this moment, it is official. I have a boyfriend, and he just so happens to be my ex-husband.
Did you see that smile on her face? Did you see that smile on her face? She said, it's official. I have a boyfriend, and he happens to be my ex-husband. What a phenomenal story. This is awesome. And this is what I'm talking about, right? And one thing she mentioned, and I want to expand on that real quick. She said, for all of you who've been praying for this, it is happening. It's official. So that leads me to believe that they are a Christian family. As you know, there is no perfect marriage in the world, right? Even Christian and non-Christian, we all go through issues. So there's no perfect marriage. However, it is so sad to see when Christian marriages are falling apart. But I am happy to see that through the power of prayer, things are starting to work out for them, where they are going down the journey towards reconciliation. And I'm telling you, this is a powerful story. If you think about it, it really speaks to the power of God. It speaks to the power of forgiveness that exists in the blood of Jesus. That is an awesome story. So a lot of people, you know, when they talk about would you remarry your ex-spouse, would you remarry your ex-husband, your ex-wife, or so on and so forth, a lot of people would, you know, the answers that I've seen would actually blow your mind. And I understand, because sometimes there's so much that is done in the relationship. And especially during the course of the divorce, there is so much that is said. There is so much that is done. Sometimes you feel like there is no way I can come back from the things that were done, from the hurts that were done, from the words that were spoken, you know, especially when friends and families get involved. Oh my God, it becomes so chaotic. It becomes so toxic that there's no way around it. But when you leave it up to God, when you give God the opportunity to step in, he will step in and he will create it. And there was another video that she did with the husband, and she said, we're not starting over. We are just starting a new chapter. And that's what happens when God steps in. God is able to start a new chapter. Listen, we are in the month of January. I don't know the status of your relationship. Those of you who are watching this show, I don't know what you're going through right now. Maybe you're divorced. Maybe you're thinking about reconciliation in your relationship. I don't know. I'm hoping this video sheds light into your situation today. At least it gives you some guidance. And plus, you know what? There are a couple of reasons why it's better to get back to your ex, to get back with your ex, right? Number one, listen. When you're in the dating world, right, you meet people, you know, every day. You are back to, you know, hey, what's your favorite color? You know, what's your favorite food? What do you like to do for fun? And it's the same cycle of questions over and over and over and over and over again. At some point, you got to get tired of that, right? So at least you go back to someone who knows you, right? Number two, listen, it's the devil, you know. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of hit for this, right? But I'm just saying, it's the devil, you know, because you already know the person inside out. You already know what the person is all about. You already know their personality. You already know their pet peeves. You already know what gets on their nerves. Like for me, especially, right? I am so predictable. Like people who's been around me, people who's been close to me, they can read me like a book. They can read me like a book, bro. Sometimes I think I'm slick, but apparently I'm not. All right, fine. I get it. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. It's easier to be with someone you already know as opposed to just going out there and trying to figure things out. Listen, there are plenty of people who's out there trying to make things work, trying to figure it, trying to get with somebody else. And they're realizing, hey, it's not as easy as it crops up to be. It's not as easy as people have been hyping it up to be. It's not. All right. And a lot of people are finding out that the grass is not greener on the other side. No. It's not. It's not greener on the other side. So those people are going back to water their own grass, the one that they've left or they've abandoned for for others, only to realize that, hey, listen, it's not greener on the other side. All right. So there are people who've left and they got remarried and they got divorced, they got married again and got divorced again. So it's crazy. So my thing is, when you allow God the opportunity to work on in your relationship for reconciliation to happen, it speaks to the power of God. It speaks to the forgiveness of God. All right. It shows the world that no matter what happens in the relationship, there's nothing that God cannot help you overcome. There's nothing that's been said. There's nothing that's been done that God cannot help you overcome, as long as you allow it. Okay. Listen, don't listen to friends. Don't listen to family members, because they will tell you otherwise. They will tell you not to do this, not to, listen, you deserve better, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to them. Allow God to work in your heart, to cultivate that love and to follow his instructions, to follow what he's trying to tell you to do. All right. So do not surround yourself with the negative talks and with the negative advice and everything that's happening. Listen, just focus on what God is telling you to do. As I said earlier, I don't know where you are in your relationship. I don't know what's going on with you right now. Maybe you've been separated from your spouse. Maybe you are going through a separation right now and you're thinking, you know what? Divorce is the way to go. My friends have done it. Everybody, most people I know have done it, and they're surviving, they're thriving. But let me tell you something. Sometimes the appearance of thriving can be deceiving. Somebody may look like they're thriving, but they're faking it. They're faking it. So surround yourself with people who loves you, who truly love you, who truly care about you. Surround yourself with people who's going to pray for you. Surround yourself with people who's going to encourage you to listen to the voice of God, and not just to what social media is telling you, not just to what other single women are telling you to do, but surrounding yourself with people who will give you godly advice. So that's what I had for you tonight. Remember, whatever it is that you're going through, divorce doesn't have to be the end. That doesn't have to be the solution. Whatever it is that you're going through, just want to remind you, divorce doesn't have to be the solution. Allow God the opportunity to restore your family. Listen, remember, guys, live every day as if it is your last day, because one day it will be. Thanks for watching 2.0. I'll see you next time.